The Egyptian pyramids are some of the most spectacular ancient structures that we have ever discovered. Over thousands of years, these monuments have survived quite a lot. However, even after all this time, we still don't know how they were built or why. Here are 10 of the most intriguing unsolved mysteries of the Egyptian pyramids. Number 10. The purpose of the pyramids. We've all been taught that the pyramids were tombs for the great pharaohs of Egypt. But is that actually true? In recent years, more and more evidence has come to light suggesting that the pyramids may not have been used as burial chambers at all. Instead, it's possible that they served as temples for the worship of Ra, the sun god. This would explain why many of the chambers inside the pyramids are aligned with the cardinal directions and the solstices. There are also many astronomical theories that suggest that the pyramids themselves were giant calendars or star maps used by the ancient Egyptians to track the stars in the sky. It might be that the pyramids were meant to serve both purposes, as both a temple and a tomb for the pharaohs. But there are also other theories that say the pyramids were built as cosmic power plants that harnessed the power of the earth as energy currents or ley lines. These devices may have been used to make the pharaoh immortal. According to the author Charles Waldman, the energy lines coming from the Earth's core were channeled into the pyramid and then radiated outwards through copper wires hidden under the Tura limestone. If this theory is correct, then we may one day be able to harness the power of the Earth using pyramid technology. Number 9. Who built the pyramids? It's common knowledge that the pyramids of Giza were constructed by slaves who were forced into working for the pharaoh. But did you know that this isn't entirely true? While it's true that there were some slaves that helped construct the pyramids, a large portion of the workforce was actually made up of skilled laborers. These men weren't slaves. They were paid workers who were given food, clothing, and housing in exchange for their labor. Evidence of this has been found in the form of tombs for these workers, which contain items like furniture and food offerings, something that wouldn't have been included in a slave's burial. Many historians now believe that the pyramids were built by an international workforce that came from all over the known world. People from Greece, Rome, India, and China all came together to build these magnificent structures. 8. The alignment of the pyramids. The precision with which the pyramids of Giza are aligned with the cardinal directions is truly amazing. But how did the ancient Egyptians do it? To build a pyramid, you need to first create a perfect flat surface on which to lay the foundation. Then, every single block needs to be placed with incredible accuracy to ensure that the structure does not collapse. Not only that, but each of the 3 pyramids at Giza are aligned within a fraction of a degree to true north. This feat of engineering is even more impressive when you consider that the Egyptians did not have any advanced tools or instruments to help them. They had no theodolites or laser levels. So, how did they do it? One theory is that they used a simple device called a merket, which consisted of a plumb bob and a simple horizontal sighting device. By using the merket, the Egyptians could determine the exact angle of each stone and make sure that everything was level. Number 7. How were the blocks moved? Moving over 2 million limestone blocks to build the Great Pyramid would be a huge challenge even today. But the ancient Egyptians didn't have any modern equipment to help them. So how did they move such massive stones without the help of machines? Researchers from the University of Vienna have put forth a new theory about how the pyramids were built. Their theory suggests that the Egyptians used a ramp system to move the stones up the sides of the pyramid. This would have been much easier than trying to haul the stones up a smooth incline. According to the researchers, the ramp system was made of earth and brick and was built alongside the pyramid as it grew. Once the pyramid was finished, the ramp system would have been dismantled and used to build another pyramid. 6. The missing quart. It's estimated that around 40% of the limestone outer casing of the Great Pyramid is missing. Over the centuries, many of these stones have been taken away and used to build other structures in Cairo. But there are still a lot of missing stones that haven't been accounted for. Where did all the stones go? Did the Egyptians intentionally remove them, or were they lost when the pyramid was sacked by treasure hunters? Unfortunately, we don't know the answer to this question. But there is one theory that suggests that the outer casing of the pyramids wasn't limestone at all. Instead, it may have been made of a type of granite that we don't have a name for yet. This would explain why so many of the stones are missing, because they would have been quarried and used for other purposes. Number 5. The Air Pocket. In 1937, an explorer named Dr. Harry Burton stumbled upon a strange discovery while exploring the interior of the Great Pyramid. He found an air pocket near the top of the pyramid, which turned out to be a void 100 feet long and 60 feet high. But what's really strange is that we have no idea what's inside of it. We can hear sounds coming from inside the void, but we can't see anything because there's no way to get inside. Scientists have tried using cameras and other equipment to look inside, but they've been unable to get a clear image. What's even stranger is that the void seems to be empty. There's nothing inside it except for the sound. Some people believe that the void is hiding a secret entrance to a hidden chamber where the Holy Grail may be located. Others believe that the sound is simply the wind blowing through the cracks in the stones. 4. The Pharaoh's Chamber. There are several smaller chambers within the Great Pyramid, but the largest and most mysterious is the Pharaoh's Chamber. This is the room where the sarcophagus of Cheops was supposedly kept, but we have no idea what happened to his body. There are no mummies or skeletons in the pyramid, which is strange because the Egyptians were very particular about burying their dead with their belongings. Another strange thing about the Pharaoh's Chamber is that it's not located in the center of the pyramid. In fact, it's slightly off to one side. This suggests that the pyramid may not have been used as a tomb at all, and the pharaoh's body was simply placed here as a ruse to hide the real treasure. Number 3. The Secret Entrance. There are several small shafts that lead out of the main chamber in the Great Pyramid. These shafts were likely ventilation shafts that kept the air fresh for the pharaoh's body. But one of these shafts is different. It's much larger than the others, and it leads to a small hole in the side of the pyramid. This hole has been sealed with mortar, but it's possible that it could be reopened. What's strange is that we don't know what's on the other side of this hole. It could lead to a secret chamber, or maybe even a secret exit out of the pyramid. Some people believe that this hole was used by treasure hunters to loot the pyramid, but we don't know for sure. Number 2. The Second Pyramid. While exploring the interior of the Great Pyramid, researchers discovered a small tunnel that led to a mysterious void. This void contained a set of stairs that led to a second pyramid that had been hidden inside the first. But what's the purpose of this secret pyramid? Why would the Egyptians build a pyramid inside of a pyramid? There are many theories, but we don't know for sure what the second pyramid was used for. Some people believe that it was used for religious ceremonies. Others believe that it was used as a prison for the pharaoh's enemies. Still, others believe that it was simply a storage room for valuable items like gold and jewels. 1. The true height. The ancient Egyptians were very proud of their pyramids, and they boasted about their height to the whole world. But how tall were the pyramids really? We know that the Great Pyramid of Giza was once over 480 feet tall, but how tall was it exactly? And what happened to the top of the pyramid? Unfortunately, we don't know the answer to either of these questions, but we do know that the Egyptians may have exaggerated the height of the pyramids for propaganda purposes. After all, the taller the pyramid, the more impressive the pharaoh who built it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future uploads.